feel like I gotta let them know.
Okay, everyone, we're now going to go over to Level Engine for the penultimate run of the marathon, which is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse Alucard. So, don't forget, of course, we are doing this as a charity event for everyone can. If you'd like to donate, then please do type exclamation donate in the chat. That'll bring up the link to the Tiltify page that we're using to donate to EveryoneCan throughout the weekend. Any donations that do come in, I will read them out periodically as well, but make sure that all those donations come through before the end of the marathon if you want them to be read out on the stream. We're at a running total of £235 so far. That does not include the Twitch revenue and stuff like that, which we'll be adding later on. But 235 running total so far, which is absolutely incredible. Let's see, get to a little bit more before the end of the marathon as well. Right, Level Agent has requested me to ask the chat whether you guys wanted to keep the dumb wig or to not keep the dumb wig, essentially. So if you just want to show what it looks like without the wig and with the wig, just so that we can make a balanced decision here. Have you already shown it? Have you shown like what it is without and with the wig? Yeah. Because we got Mr. Matt Internet saying keep the wig.
We'll see.
Does anybody else want to pitch in with us as well?
I'm looking at chat. Okay, Matt. Let's see what else shows up in chat.
Any more takers? Doesn't appear to be anyone else responding, so I think that settles it that we should keep the wig on, I think.
Got it. Schedule.
Cool. So we're going to have Level Engine with the wig. Hooray! Mr. Matt Internet wins. Alright, let's put some hype in the chat as well, just as a woo hype. Wig run. Okay, everyone, so we're going to have Level Engine with the dumb wig on. And yes. For Castlevania 3, so it's over to you now. So please introduce yourself, introduce the run, give me a countdown for when you want the timer to start, and then we'll get started.
Is the timer even in the stream layout still? Or no, not just yet?
It should be, because I've got it on the... I've got your run on the stream, so it should be there. Yes, you do, but... It's just currently showing 0000000.
Let's see.
When you count down and you say go, I'll press the play button, and then you can...
Alright.
And then it starts. So I can moderate it all from my side, so don't worry about any of that stuff. And it won't show up on your stream, though, because obviously you don't have this layout. I have a special layout that...
I don't know, I guess I just have some trust issues.
No, it's fine, don't worry. It'll all work fine, don't worry. It all works like clockwork. Anyway, introduce yourself, introduce the run.
Ah, perfect.
Give me a countdown when you want to start and all that stuff, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, so I'm Level Engine. I don't know, just about everything gaming related under the sun these days. It's kind of like hard to tell, like, honestly, what I'm going to be live streaming next. I've been enjoying playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again as of late, and of course, like, I've also just had, like, this long history of building and playing Super Mario ROM hacks, and of course, as you're looking at right now on screen, Castlevania 3, I do speedruns, and this being a game I grew up with as a kid, ended up getting to basically just play it for, like, quite a bit during my childhood, though I never beat the game, and then eventually just went on to like the game so much that I wanted to try my hand at it again, and here we are right now with a world record that I set, like, 2-3 years ago, and now just a live marathon run, once again, of Alucard. Yeah, even like 4x3, this doesn't exactly fit the screen too well, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, so this is Castlevania 3, basically. Gonna go ahead and just, I guess, start the run, and then hopefully, like... Yeah, usually I'm not the best at, like, giving live commentary during marathon runs. I prefer to just, like, see myself trying to, like, play as best I can. I don't know, it just feels so much different, like, when you're actually live on a marathon compared to, like, everything before that. But there's this, like, intro cutscene, I might as well just actually let the thing play out in full, and then as soon as I gain control of Trevor on the next screen, as soon as, like, the, like, level screen shows up, As soon as we gain control of Trevor here, that's when the time starts. Yeah, so this is Castlevania 3. It's yet another sequel in the early Castlevania series. Yeah, back when the Castlevania series was like in its infancy, this was like one of the like earlier games. And it returns back to the more linear style, more traditional style that the first Castlevania had after Simon's Quest going in a rather different direction. But sure, like, as much as this is like Castlevania 1, like, it definitely brings more innovations to the table to spice it up, like forks in the road, and also just different playable characters, as you'll see later. But for now, as every single Castlevania 3 speedrun, assuming you always do first quest, is going to basically begin the same way every time, which will involve me just getting the holy water, which is still, like, in this game it was probably still the most powerful sub-weapon in the whole thing. Yeah, if you ask me, like, especially once you get shot multipliers on it, this is the strongest sub-weapon in the game. Interesting. I usually don't see a double shot drop there. So yeah, what I was trying to do was just hit as many like enemies and or candles with holy water as possible. Because if I keep doing that, eventually shot multipliers will appear. And now I'm just going to want a second one to show up so I can actually grab that one and... It should show up soon, right? It should. Okay, I'm hoping I'm at least gonna maybe get it like on this next screen or something. I want to at least have it for the boss fight, just so that's gonna... Okay. I have at least a double shot for the boss fight, so it's all good. Shouldn't lose like major time here whatsoever. I usually get like a triple by this point, but even then, just with a double, it should still go by really quickly. Yeah, not only do enemies tend to get stuck when you pile multiple holy water projectiles on them at once, the damage also stacks, unlike in Castlevania 1. So that just enables you to get some crazy quick kills with it. Like you just saw there. Okay, speaking of the forks in the road, here's the first one. If you go up to the clock tower, you have to basically play an entire extra stage. Whereas you could just go to the forest and then basically skip that. But if you do so, you're not going to get to meet Grant, who is one of the other playable characters you can play as. Though I'm not running Grant, so I'm going to just skip an entire stage, basically. This one little section is not like 5 minutes long, so we're just going to go here. And then coming up to the first real, like, randomness in the run, these owls could give you a hard time. I'm going to try to ideally not take too much damage here, and keep on moving forward as much as I can, but let's just see what happens. Alright. Good enough. Sure. Okay. Yes, we'll do that. And then just this little section here is at least like quite a bit more straightforward once you know the exact setups with the holy water placements. Once you know the setup for it, it's a lot more straightforward. Kinda just stun enemies by dropping holy water on them, such as those bone pillars, so I'm not going to continue shooting fireballs at you, but that second one, kind of just want to leave it alone. So, because I'm only going to get one chance. If I were to take too many hits on this next upcoming section, I'd die and just lose more time than I honestly want to, so I'm going to just take a small time loss and grab some meat, which can heal your health. Typically hidden in random blocks throughout the game. Well, not random, but yeah. Because there's this screen coming up. Already got hit once, by the way. Yeah, because now I'm at that point in the game where everything that hits Trevor is going to do 3 damage instead of 2. So going in here with 6, that would mean I could take 1 hit from the frog before the second one would just kill me. Yeah, I'd like die like 2 hits later instead of just like 3. But I got through that frog screen relatively quickly, so I can kind of just like not worry too much right now. These guys are a lot easier to deal with when you got holy water, just dump it in front of them and kind of just go. And yes, I did do this on purpose. I did just basically like intentionally get rid of the shot multiplier on my holy water, but we'll get into that like much later. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I suppose now this is a good time to mention that weapons can drop off of enemies every once in a while, and usually this basically only screws you over, so I don't know why it's in here. And yes, I did do that death on purpose, not that I wanted to, but just so I can actually get the sub-weapon I want to have. Yeah, because otherwise, I would go to the next screen without holy water, and then, like, it would just be that much more difficult for me to just do everything I typically want to do. I want to just get back, like, on, like, the route that I've set for myself as quickly as possible. Even if I'm gonna die, I want to get back on route as soon as possible. Though it took us a while to figure out, but it's basically the case, like, as you kill enemies, like, there's a chance that a small heart will drop off of them. That took a while to wake up. Hello? Now I'm having trouble moving around, apparently, but... yeah, ideally what you want to do is basically just kill those bats as they split up before they can really start moving around the screen. And as for the weapon drops... small hearts will occasionally drop off enemies. And after like 4 of those show up, the 5th one is going to be a weapon drop you typically want to just not get stuck with, because not only do you lose the weapon you're currently carrying, you lose the shot multiplier as well, so I have to get that back too. It's just another thing you have to recover. So that must have cost me at least like, what, like 30 plus seconds just trying to get like back to my holy water. Yeah, because who knows how much more time I'm gonna lose just having to do stuff with, like, a random weapon I don't want. Or the next best thing I can find, which, unless I go really far out of the way in this stage, is probably like an axe. Not much better. Yeah, still really bummed about taking that death so early on and just losing my holy water. And then that's why I took the death, but you never know. You gotta just be prepared for anything. You have to just, like, live with it, I guess. Okay, at least I got that in, so it's not really getting much worse. Yeah, this is, as you're gonna see, this is like why I want to have the holy water. I'm gonna get a very fast kill on this Alucard boss here. And then just trick him into flying here, right next to this block, so I can just stack more damage with holy water quickly to just get him on the second cycle. Yeah, that's why I want to keep the holy water so badly. Because trying to kill him with just about everything else except for maybe the cross would take so much longer to do. On top of just being that much more difficult. Yep, so we do finally meet Alucard now. A little bit behind schedule, but gonna take him with us, and then this is where the run's gonna start to get very interesting. as you'll eventually start to see Alucard's really poor at combat, but the fact that he can just turn to a bat and fly wherever he wants, more or less, just makes up for it. If you know how to control him well, that is. And if you have enough hearts to actually fly, that is, as you're gonna see. So first things first, I'm just gonna run across most of this screen here, because there's only so many hearts to pick up. Okay, that's not how I usually play this screen out. Usually I'm taking a boost off that eyeball so I can just get up to that ledge that I happen to fly there. But I must have done something wrong, so oh well. Must have messed up something, okay. Yeah, don't worry, on the next screen you're gonna see even more flying, don't worry. And if I were to go down the stairs, I had to play an entire Sunken City stage, which is just overall more difficult actually, on top of just being longer. I hope I'll have enough hearts here. Okay, just in case that jump might jump in the spikes by mistake, I'll just do that. Kind of just ran short on hearts, so I had to just not do as much flying as I usually do, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's just unfortunate. Couldn't get quite as far with the bat form as usual. Ran short on hearts. Had a little bit of trouble earlier. So it is what it is. Alright, so let's just hope, like, 6 is gonna go a lot better, because there's a lot of cool stuff in 6 to show off if I can do it right. Yeah, an optimal stage 6 these days, Alucard route in, like, 2023. Pretty impressive stuff if I can actually just do it live. Pretty impressive stuff it is, indeed. So first things first, switch back to Alucard, pretty much. And hopefully play through the entire stage as him. Rather than ride the platforms, just fly up to this ledge. That much is easy enough to do. Go up here. Pick up some hearts. And then continue to fly past this point. Just to make sure I'm not going to hit on a bandage, I'll just wait there a little bit longer than usual. And then not this screen, but the one after is where things start to get very tricky, if you want to do this optimally. Which I do want to try, so... Well, that's interesting. I usually don't do that, but hey. That flight past that rock and Spirit Knight, not as easy as it looks, but I got it anyways. Skip through the ceiling by just boosting into it and then flying upwards as the bat, and then we're gonna try and do that again here as well. Get Alucard's head high enough into the ceiling, and if you turn to a bat again, fly it and hold upwards, you can actually just fly through it. And this fight is just, sure, it's easy to get a kill in general with a lot of health, but it's just annoying to try and do it fast because it's very swingy with the falling rocks and all the lag that can make. And you want to just hope that Frankenstein will just spawn rocks in such a way that there will be very few and the game won't lag too much. And then we're moving on to like another stage, both long, difficult to do both casually and just in a speedrun context, 7. Stage 7 lower route. Both hard to do casually and in a speedrun, as you're gonna see. First things first, I'm gonna set up for another ceiling clip that was huge when it was first discovered. And I got us through. Saves about over 5 seconds if you get it, compared to having to just wait for enough blocks to be melted by acid so you could pass through normally. Still remember when we were just theorizing about how to actually get that flea man to just let us boost through the ceiling. Until someone by the name of CL Chambers found a way to actually get us through the ceiling, and then that was huge. Suddenly, like, it was realistically feasible to beat Alucard in under 26 minutes at that point. Like, suddenly, that didn't seem so impossible anymore. And then I think it might have been JC that found like another setup to just make it slightly faster, and then me just also doing something else with that setup just to make it more consistent. Okay. And then coming up to that same bat you saw in stage 4, but it's gonna be less likely I just get it here quickly. Got him anyways. Still got him. Yeah, because those fireballs of Alucards basically disappear the moment they touch anything, so making it much tougher to get that kill optimally with him. But I still pulled through. Also, I guess might as well mention this, since that just happened. While Alucard's turning into a bat form and vice versa, while he's transforming into a bat or transforming out of bat form, there's this very brief window of invincibility where you can't take damage. And even in that brief time frame where you cannot take damage, if the birds that you saw earlier touch anything, they'll just die. So, those annoying birds, that's one way you can deal with them. Just time your transform just right that they'll still crash into you and die, but you won't get damaged. And then we're coming up to like an auto-scroller here, so I don't know if like anyone wants to read donations, they can. If there are any to read.
There are no new donations in, but if anyone does want to donate, then please do so. If you type !donate in the chat, I'll also do that for you guys now, so you guys get the link in the chat there. If you want to donate directly to EveryoneCan, then you can do so through Tiltify. Any donations that are made through that, I will read them out as well. We are coming up to the end of the marathon though, so please, if you want to get your donations read out on stream, then please make sure that you get your donations in very, very soon. The marathon will be ending in about an hour, so make sure to get those donations in. Let's get that total even higher than what we've got already, and thank you to everyone who has donated so far as well. It all goes to an amazing cause.
I think I still set this up right. I shouldn't get hit. Okay, I'm still not gonna get hit here. That's important. Well, actually, no, not really. It's just nice to not, like, be losing extra health if it's not necessary. Alright, so that was straightforward and simple enough. Just dump holy water on the mummies and then just kill them that way. But Cyclops, on the other hand, not so much. I needed to just ideally bait him in the corner to just start dumping holy water on him. And it's not necessarily guaranteed he's going to run into the corner, so you can just bait him easily. I've had some runs where I literally just can't get that guy in the corner and thus can't get a quick kill at all. Okay, let's just make sure this Leviathan's not touching us, because dying here would be that much worse than the death I took, like, intentionally on 4 all that time back. Yeah, all the while back, I took that death on 4. Yeah, safe to say, taking a death here, especially like right at the end of this boss rush, would be so much worse, so just having to be absolutely certain I'm not going to have that Leviathan land on me. And then moving on to stage 8. Pretty short, straightforward, and simple, except for mainly just the death fight. The death fight, on the other hand. Especially since I'm going to be trying to do the whole thing with Alucard, because it's quicker that way. Yeah, even though, like, Trevor can actually take down the Grim Reaper that much faster, you're just losing more time because of extra character switches. Wait, how many hearts do I have? This is, like, not as many as I'm used to having, okay. And I still didn't get hit somehow, okay. I usually pick up, like, 2 more. As long as I'm not getting hit and taking extra damage, I guess it's fine. I'm gonna try and go for another ceiling clip, another damage boost. And that was lucky. To get through that ceiling instantly with Alucard, the Axe Knight you just saw earlier, he needs to throw his axe low on the first try. If you want to just jump into that axe and then just boost off it like instantly, it needs to be a low axe first try. So yeah, that was pretty lucky. That was first try low X. I can't even recall how many world records I've lost getting to that point and then just too many high axe throws and I can't close it out. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can relax now. Wait, why are there extra sides on screen? That usually doesn't happen. Okay, it disappeared, but whatever just happened still made it take about, like, a second or so longer for the phase 2 to show up, so... Still, like, if I was actually trying to get a world record, like, I'd still be really salty about that. Losing about a second or so, just cause, I don't know. I somehow triggered a glitch that made the site stay on screen. Alright, and then stage 9. Which we're gonna fly through, like, a lot of it with Alucard here. But first things first, I gotta deal with this Fleaman screen. This is the fastest way to do it, but I might have trouble with one of the jump shots. Yeah. That's pretty easy to mess up. That is a tricky jump shot where you gotta hit 2 of them at once. And now I'm trying to just ensure I'm not gonna get hit anywhere else by mistake, because... Yeah, once you actually get to stage 8, we already got there. At that point, you're pretty much at the point of the game where anything that touches you takes off a quarter of your health. So 4 hits from anything, even the tiniest projectiles, and you just die. So if anything else touches me at this point, I just outright die. And the fastest way to get through stage 9, you gotta take two hits on purpose to get through this as quickly as humanly possible as well, so... You really don't have a lot of room to just be, like, running into things by mistake, like, whatsoever. After taking, like, one additional hit that I didn't want to take, now I'm suddenly, like, 1 hit away from just dying and then getting set back again. Unless I want to just take, like, another, like, wall meet and just lose however much time it takes to get there. Yeah, I absolutely can't afford to take any more damage at the moment. Yeah, especially since this is another auto-scroll, I have to just sit through all that again if that happens, which will be, like, that much worse. But yeah, the auto-scroller should be over soon. Then just up... Hello, up here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chicken out here and grab this wall mate. I think costing me about, like, 4 to 5 seconds just having to, like, go there and then backtrack. But if one of the birds on this upcoming screen crashes into me, it will have all been worth it. Because otherwise that would have killed me if I didn't just get the mate. Alright, it paid off. I'm not dying out right now. I'm not just dying now. Yeah, it was worth it. I'm not dead. Otherwise, would have been really set back, and then I'd have to hopefully use cross strats on this boss and just pull it off. But no, I can just still stun lock him. No, I can just still stun lock this guy. Alright, and then we're moving on to, like, the final stage of the game at this point, pretty much. And speaking of that double shot on my holy water, which I still have, by the way, because I haven't been using treasure much outside of boss fights. Let's try and make this work. And it worked indeed. Yeah, because I was just due to basically make the triple shot appear off the next candle the holy water broke. I figured, let's just do that right next to the axe drop that's guaranteed in this stage, because it's always in the same candle, to effectively transfer the shell multiplier but across sub-weapons. effectively transfer it over to the axe that's just much better suited to killing like the 3 different forms of Dracula than the holy water is. I mean, once you see the Dracula fight, you'll just see like how much better the axes are. You'll pretty quickly catch on. And of course, as we're still running Alucard, you're gonna see like some more flying here. Just to save a lot of time, you'll see more flying. And on top of that, like I'm gonna go for another crazy damage boost to phase through a ceiling. And I just narrowly got it. I think if Alucard would have been like 1 pixel further down the screen, I would have missed. Would not have been able to push through. I think I narrowly got it. Okay, so I think with like how many hearts I ended up using, I'm gonna have just enough hearts to get the optimal Dracula kill if I use them all correctly. I can't waste a single one with 25. Yeah, I don't know about this, let's see. So far so good. Now I gotta only use 6 here ideally to get this second phase kill. And then phase 3. Really important I get this in 1 cycle. And so much for that. Now I need to just stay alive here, basically. Just make sure I stay alive at this point, just don't die. Yeah, now I have to just stand here and wait for these platforms to stop moving. That's why I want to get this kill in 1 cycle. On phase 3, and time, by the way. 27:06. Well, good thing I made my estimate like 30 minutes. Because we still met it. Yeah, so basically, long story short, for phase 3 of Dracula, there's these platforms moving around you typically are like intended to ride on to actually reach his head. That's the only like weak point. But we want to just like ideally not have to use those too much and just throw axes, but once the platforms like move back into the floor, like the platforms will just move out of the floor again and begin another cycle of movement. And on until either you die or Dracula does, but preferably you want to just do the kill as fast as humanly possible, so the platforms will not have another chance to start moving out and across the screen until they can then go back in the ground again, taking about like, I don't know, roughly 9 to 11 seconds to do so, before the orb to pick up to just beat the game actually shows up, and then you can stop the timer. So yeah, that's Castlevania 3. Yeah, pretty unfortunate mishaps overall, especially like that stage 4 weapon drop, but that's just the thing with this game that I've come to dislike, and well, I don't know, I just did what I felt like I had to do was like the best play at that point. I'm still in 4-2, I'm still on a screen with holy water I can pick up if I just reset the screen by dying. And then I'll try and just shrug that off as if it didn't happen, then just continue to give you a good show, and well. So was it a good show?
Excellent, thank you very much for taking part there. That's been absolutely great. I got 27:02 on my timer, but I'm sure you probably timed it better than I have as well anyway, so that's all good.
I'll take that as a yes.
Right then. So, what's happening next? So we're going on next to our final run of InstaSpeedathon 2023. That's going to be Quick 3 Defrag by Crazy Al. That'll be the final run of the marathon. So if anyone else wants to make any donations that want to be read out on stream, then be sure to get those donations in very, very quickly, because the end of the marathon will be after Crazy Al's run. So after that, we obviously won't be streaming, so we can't read out any new donations out of the stream. And we're currently on a running total of £235, which is absolutely incredible. Let's get some more donations in before the end of the stream as well, so that we can read them out as we get them in. In any case, thank you, Level Engine, for the Castlevania 3 run. It's been absolutely incredible to see. Do you have any final things you'd like to say before we finish your run there?
Well, I'm overall disappointed with the final time, but to be honest, if you take into account, like, the reason why I lost, like, so much time, honestly, it's not so bad considering, like, for the most part, I played the rest of the run super well.
Oh, that's very good anyway. That's
It's just,
good
I
to
don't know,
hear.
like, I'm definitely... I do think if I'm still capable of just getting on time under 26 minutes if I just keep on playing, but I'm definitely gonna have, like,
Nope.
other, like, things to tackle at this point.
Practice does make perfect. In any case, thank you very much for the run. I'm sure
And
it was
easily,
very
for sure,
fascinating
this
to
would have
watch.
been under
Hopefully,
27
everybody
minutes had it not
who,
been for the drop, but... Oh well.
yeah.
Can't go back
Hopefully
now.
everyone enjoyed that run anyway. So we're going to go on to our last run. So thank you, Level Legend. Hopefully we'll see you at InstaSpeedathon again in the future.
Yeah, that could be arranged.